Capricorn, welcome back to another Four Paths Healing Tarot message. I'm doing things a little bit different today. This is a love reading. I know usually I get into the energy, what's supporting you, blocking you. I will have something like that in short form content as a short, but over last week, it just kept coming to me to do a love reading for all signs. And so, Capricorn, it is on you right now. Okay, welcome back. I missed you. Okay. I have three placements on the table, Capricorn. I have a placement for the relationship dynamic, a placement for you, and for the person that is on your mind, your heart, the person that you've been thinking about, whether you are together or apart. So let us begin, okay? The relationship dynamic is complex between you and this person because beneath the deck, the Two of Cups, beneath that, a lot of love with you all, a lot of love. And then also cards that popped out that are really important to consider is, look at me, the Lovers, belonging. So some Gemini energy, some Aries energy. You could have Aries deep in your chart, or you could be dealing with someone who has Aries in their chart where it's important here. But starting off with this feels like a connection where together, you and this person, it felt like home. Or it feels like home because some of you watching this, you're not separated, might be going through something a little bit challenging right now, but it feels like connection, home. And I would like to say that with the Two of Cups here, it feels kind of new, like a new love. It's refreshing. It could be that you all are new and coming together. This is a recent connection, less than 3 to 4 years. And then for others of you, it could be someone that you have been connected with and to for a long time, and you keep it really fresh. It's a youthful, beautiful, light, airy kind of connection and love. But this is where it gets a little bit complex because I wanted to confirm that energy. And I have the Hanged Man, the High Priestess. So this feels like pause. This feels spiritual. It feels like you and this person, Capricorn, probably connected on things that were spiritual. Maybe you were able to connect with things with this person that you weren't able to with other people. Maybe you could talk about Mars and afterlife stuff, and you could probably talk about things with this person and connect with this person in ways that you probably have not been able to with others in your life, others in your past, or just in your friend circle, in your group. If it's not that, what is important here is that this connection between you and this person is highly spiritual, and it just feels like soul, like you all are, when you come together, there's something about this connection that unfolds the soul, it unfolds the spirit. Beautiful energy. Okay, now we're going to go a layer deeper in this connection between the two of you. Tower and Death. So what this feels like is that, one, you could be dealing with someone who's Aries, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, twice right here. Definitely some water sign energy, so deep emotions if it's just the energy of the card, and an emotional connection for sure. But it also feels like, for some of you, this dynamic changed out of nowhere because of some words, some clarity, some communication that happened that revealed something, and it feels very final that this is over for some of you. The change that took place finalized that you all are over. Some of you, you're still with this person, you're still connected. And for those of you that I'm speaking to, something is happening right now that it has a lot of change. There's a lot of change happening. But it's beautiful because whatever communication has happened, whatever thing has been revealed, by working through this together, couples that work through a tower, I mean, you rebuild something stronger together. So, and it's permanent. The change is permanent. The cycle. I think we have cycles in our own lives that we go through. 1, 2, 5, 6, 10-year cycles. and we can learn a lot of lessons, move to the next thing. I think that's the whole idea of the magician, right? Picking which new thing what lessons of life we're going to learn. But I think that also when we decide to come together with someone, we kind of create a relational cycle too. And I don't know if everyone sees it that way, but if that is true, I like to think that it is. If that is true, you all have the potential, if you work through this, to go to another life cycle, a higher evolved space with each other. Being able to have a level of telepathy with each other, to connect on a higher plane with each other spiritually. That's what that feels like in terms of the connection. Then I went over to you, Capricorn. I got some oracle messages out here to get an idea of words that might be really showing up to represent what is in your heart. You were the best thing in my life. You speak to me through music. And as a matter of fact, the two of you may have done music with each other together. Maybe you all share an art where you worked together and music was the backdrop of that. That's coming up for me right now. I feel you leaving me behind is what is also coming up for you right now, Capricorn. I'm starting to understand our connection. This feels like, for those of you who are together, this change that's happening, the words, the communication that's happened to initiate this change, you're realizing that, whoa, I kind of get that this is a soul thing that you and I got going on. For those of you where you're separated right now, there's this thing in your relationship dynamic where you felt like when everything started changing and happening fast, kind of feeling like it's falling apart, it felt like that's when you began to understand why this person was in your life. Or maybe you were starting to feel like, I'm just now getting to understand this. What is this? Some of you, Capricorn, you're still thinking about what the hell happened here. I feel that. And then the final one, I don't react when people mention you. For some of you who are really trying to move on, you're trying to get over it. Beneath your deck, the Seven of Swords here, this feels like you likely probably found out some information about this other person. Something became clear to you and you felt like you needed to get really clever and strategic about how to move out of this relationship dynamic, because the Eight of Swords is here too. Feeling like you're blocked in and needing to get very clever and witty about how to let go of this connection or move away from this connection. This feels like whatever has been happening for the couples that are separating or apart, you really feel like you do want to let it go. You want to be out of this. You don't have open heart and open mind or open eyes for this person right now. You're trying to close it down, shut it down for this person and move on. Whatever happened, for those of you where this relationship is ending, it's complete. And it really feels like it has a lot to do with communication, words, hard, painful words, but also some deceit, right? Being stabbed in the back, feeling like you had to hear about something, learn about something from someone else, from maybe a third party and not from this person. So you felt a little bit betrayed by whatever this is. And then my lovely Capricorn, here you are showing up. And I also have the Eight of Pentacles, another 8. So supercharged power, a lot of strength, a lot of foundational power is what I'm feeling. And then more Aries here with the Emperor. So this feels like you really trying to move on and doubling down on what it might take for you to get back into yourself. When I see folks' signs show up in their own reading, this feels like alignment. You're really trying to get back into your alignment. It's really important to you right now. And movement, moving in the direction to let this go and move on. These are the key cards here for me. Power, moving on, focus on self, growth, change happening fast to come out of this other 8, which feels closed and blocked off. So this feels like double meaning right now, Capricorn. This feels like you're closed off and blocked off to this other person. Maybe you were left in the dark about something. This also feels like you just being in a place where you're wanting to close off to the idea of you and this person, for some of you, whoever this is. Okay. For those of you where you're not separated and you're not separating, right now you're just in a place where you're a little bit suspicious. You're not sure what is happening. You kind of feel hit with a lot of words, a lot of information right now, and you don't know how to make sense of it. But you do want to get past this and get over it and beyond it. For those of you who you're together with the person, or you're going to reconnect with this person and you are intentional about that. So then I go over to your person. The oracle cards that came out for them is, I left you before you could leave me. Very powerful here. Beneath the deck, I am grateful for the spiritual connection, or the spiritual lesson, excuse me. And then beneath that, I know I messed up everything. It's very, very powerful. It feels like it's this person that deceived, didn't share all of the information, whatever this is. It could be that they were dealing with someone from the past, or didn't completely drop connection with someone from the past the way they told you they would. And I just keep getting for maybe one person, this is very specific, that you had to learn about something that was happening behind your back through someone else. And that felt like some betrayal for you. But I want you here. This person wants you. Beneath their deck, they're still balancing, making sense of what this is. It feels like they're still making sense of what this is. And they're still probably going back and forth about what happened, or possibly even going back and forth with wanting to be with you. For those of you where this could be like kind of a third party thing, they're going back and forth weighing, what they're losing, right? By losing you, Capricorn. The Empress is here for this person, as well as the Page of Swords. This feels like they're trying to move on. I feel like they have a lot of information that they want to share with you, though the communication is limited because you are kind of closed off to that right now. It feels like they're kind of going into their hermit. In some ways, Capricorn, you're feeling like they're ghosting you because they're retreating. It kind of feels like they are like, okay, I messed up, tail between my legs kind of thing. But on your end, Capricorn, it feels like they just kind of got lost, but they are still working through some things. The Page of Wands, as well as the 8 of Pentacles. And what's really interesting here is that you're mirroring. I always use that phrase, mirroring. I don't know if that translates well to you. You both have the same card in your placements. The one thing that you both know is that something about this connection, especially at this stage, the spiritual stage, is that it grew you. It helped you to understand yourself. It helped you to understand I want to say the importance of self-worth, but there's something about, again, this connection that the two of you had, that it was not for nothing. If the two of you are no longer, it feels like this was a spiritual thing that needed to happen, almost maybe karmically, but not karmic as in punishment, pain. It just feels like there's something that you and this person came together to do, to understand, to complete for each other. Especially because the hard work, the mastery, the growth, the education, these cards feel like planter and discipline and building and mastery. And so you all both gain that from this connection. It feels like it's prompted this person to start thinking about their gifts and talents. It's prompted this person to start thinking about how to grow. But this also feels like this person is in their emotions. This person might be feeling a little bit upset about this. So Capricorn, not for one moment do I want you to believe that if you're not hearing from this person, it feels like they ghosted you, that they just moved on and no, this person is working through this still. They're still working through these emotions. And there's this kind of like front that they're okay, but they're still working through it. They have some emotions, and I want you. Of course they would, Capricorn. Who does not want my lovely Capricorn? Okay, that is what I have for you, lovely. I hope I get to see you next week. If you have not liked, comment, subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe, because I would love for you to be a part of this family. If you can't do all of that right now, it's all good. I am just glad that you're here, and I hope I get to see you next week, Capricorn. I love you. Take care of yourselves. Bye.